Good morning, everybody. Welcome back once again to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name's Mark Love. Today I'm going to be talking about a great coach. This is a Renegade XL that we just got in. This happens to be a sold coach, but we want to show you the floor plans and let you know all about these XLs anyway, in case you might want to order one. This happens to be the 45BBC, which is a bunkhouse model. You can kind of tell by the windows as we walk around, I'll point out. The bunkhouse model has 2 full bathrooms. Really kind of a unique feature there. We'll talk more about that on the inside. Let's get started with the chassis. Now, the XLs are built on the Cascadia chassis. This is the P126, which is 126 inches in length, powered by a DD16, so a 16-liter Detroit diesel engine that's 600 horsepower and 1,850 foot-pounds of torque. These are made for towing. With the setup, with the Gen Y hitch that it comes with, you get 30,000 pound towing with the ball hitch. These can tow up to 40,000 pounds with the pennel hitch, I think it's called, the clamp style hitch. So they're made to pull a heavy load. And one thing about these Cascadia chassis, they're taller for number one, and you see a lot of them on the road with the truckers. And a couple of extra safety features that I like are these front mirrors. People ask, why do you have them? Aren't they redundant? Well, it really allows you to see what's up here. The mirror by the passenger window, you can see the back very well, but let's say a motorcycle pulls up beside you right here. That might be hard to see. Also, you have blind spot monitoring on the passenger side. That's what this box is right here. And if you think about it, the truckers going down the road, their trailer sticks out farther than this. So they need these safety enhancements to be able to see what's next to them. And I like the fact that it's an option to put on the motorhomes. You'll find you use them a lot once you get used to them. So let's go ahead and talk about the engine and the chassis a little bit. I'll open this up. So there we have the 600 horse Detroit diesel, 1,850 foot-pounds of torque, and like all of the Super Cs, these are designed for, you know, if you want to do maintenance yourself, certainly get in and do your pre-trip check. All your fluids easy to reach, windshield wiper, your coolant up here, you've got your air dryer here, air filter up there. That check valve I could reach if I had the tires turned here. I can step right inside the cab. I'm not quite long enough to get up there right now, but you can see that little yellow gauge that tells you when your air filter is starting to get clogged. Over here on the other side, watch out for my mirrors. We've got our power steering fluid. You can also fill the coolant from either side. Oil dipstick, transmission fills in the back, oil fill right up there. Just easy to get to everything, which, you know, just makes life a lot easier if you're the kind of person that's going to do the maintenance yourself. And this hood, as large as it is and a little bit heavy, it's got nice struts on it that kind of dampen that fall as it's coming down. And then you lock them in right here. So as long as we're here, let's walk around the outside, point out some of the features. Right here, we've got our fuel fill and our def. So 120 gallons, I believe. A lot of them have 150, but I think this is actually 120 on the fuel. And the other thing, look at the treads and how you get up. This is a tall coach, and I'm only about 5'8", so for me to get in here, I really appreciate these grab handles. Makes it easy to step up. If you ever wanted to see the view that an NBA player gets, it's nice to stand up here and look around. And while we're here, I'll point out a couple of features that you'll use when you're driving. First of all, your disconnect switch right here. This is for your chassis batteries. And this seat has an air ride seat. Kind of hard to see, but the button's right there. So, you know, if you want to fill it up, There you can see it going up a little bit. I had it mostly full when I was in there. Let the air out. Also, these pivot around so they can become part of the living room. Excuse me. They are heated seats, and you have the chucker that'll keep you from rocking if you want. But very comfortable seats. I love the cab of the Cascadia. They're very luxurious and comfortable to drive. And one thing I'll point out on this one, you've got some options on engines, transmissions, stuff like this. This has the DT12 transmission. It's the Detroit 12-speed transmission, where a lot of them come with the Allison 6-speed. And I get asked, you know, which one's better? Well, it depends on how you're using it. If you're not pulling a heavy load, go with the 6-speed transmission. It's smoother. On that 12-speed, when you take off, you're in second gear, and it wants to get up to those higher gears right away. Just bringing this unit over from the shop around the building, I might have been going 5 to 7 miles an hour. It got up to 6th gear already. And the problem is, if you're not towing a heavy load, these are made that you step on that gas and you let those low-end gears do their job and shift through as you get up to speed. Without much of a load behind you, as soon as you let off the gas, it's jerking you down a couple of gears. It's a very kind of a rocky ride until you get used to driving it. Where on the 6-speed, much smoother shifting. You know, you have more range on each gear. So if you're towing a stock car trailer, maybe a 6-horse trailer, something like that, where you need that bigger hitch to tow 40,000 pounds, 12-speed is great. If you're just putting a Jeep behind you, you probably want to go with the 6-speed transmission. Okay, let's move on down. Look at some of our storage compartments. Right here, we've got our chassis batteries. And this right here is an air chuck for our air compressor. You've got a hose I'll show you on the other side. So if you want to air up your tires, maybe you've got some toys, beach toys or something, you have easy access to your compressor. Okay, back here we've got our house batteries, and this one was opted in with the lithium package. So we have 3 Dragonflies. These are 300 amp hours. We have 2 3,000 watt inverters, and one of those inverters is dedicated to your living room air conditioner, so you can run your AC off the batteries. There's also 3 200 watt solar panels on the roof. So between the 600 watts of solar, the lithium batteries, you have the auto gen start. If you're out dry camping, you can stay a long time without worrying about running out of power. Back in this compartment, these up above are our black and gray holding tanks. We have 75 gallons each on them and 150 gallons of fresh water. Also, you can see down here, we have a macerator. So they make, the toilets are macerator toilets, but you've also got a macerator on your black tank. This really chops up the solid waste, pumps it out, so you can even pump things uphill if you need to. And then right here is our water closet. So you can see your black and your gray valves are inside an enclosed heated area, which is great. You do have a power water hose, manual out, power in, little sprayer right there, hot and cold water. Low point drains, we have a whole house filter. This is a switch for our hose reel. We've got another monitor panel up here to tell us, you know, our batteries, fresh gray, black. And I like the way these are etched in. Some companies just maybe paint them on or use decals that can come off. Those are etched in there pretty deep, so you're never going to be at doubt what those valves are for. Another thing that I talk about whenever I do a Renegade, I love their compartment doors. I think they're the best in the industry. Heavy duty, thick, well insulated, and a double latch system that you don't have to slam. Just close it and it latches on its own. Okay, another thing about the Cascadia chassis is we have dual drive axles. So there's 8 tires back here, 2 in the front for a total of 10. But as you're going down the road, this acts just mainly as a tag axle until you engage it. And then you can have dual drive axles and you can lock the differential between them. We have some nice docking lights throughout. There are scene lights, they call them, all around the top. So if you're hooking up at night or doing anything where it's dark, you get plenty of lighting out here. Back in this compartment, we've got our 12,500 watt diesel generator. Now we've got 3 air conditioners on here. You can run all 3 of them at once with this generator. And then here we've got our 50 amp power cord. And again, that's on a power rewind, what makes it so much easier in the winter getting that up. Also have our surge protector and our crossover circuit in there. And if you notice up in the back, there is another 50 amp plug there. Maybe you've got a stacker trailer or something you want power to the trailer, you can tie into it right there. Okay, moving around back, first of all, it's a great looking coach. If you're following this down the road, you think that guy's got class. Couple things I'll point out. You've got a 360 camera system. You can see the backup camera, but we also have a hitch camera, so we can adjust our views. One of the nice things about this unit, it's really designed for towing, and they make it easy for you to dump your airbags, your rear airbags, back under that pin. You can air it up, and you can see it all very easily with this camera right here. And let's talk a little bit about the Gen Y hitch. Now, in the storage compartment, I'll show you the insert that goes with it. You do have a reducer for a 2-inch insert. It comes with a 2-inch ball and a 2 5/16 inch ball. Those are rated for 30,000 pounds on the ball hitch. But with the other style that can slide in here, the pennel hitch, you can actually tow up to 40,000 pounds. Right here we do have our 7-way plug. There is an integrated brake controller in there. And then we've got a plug for our Voyager camera. So maybe you're pulling a horse trailer, you got a camera inside, you want to keep an eye on them. You've got a way to plug it in right there, and then you can toggle back and forth from the cab. Over here we have the hookups where we put our glad hands. If you're pulling something that has air brakes, makes it very easy to tie into. As we move around over here on the passenger side, first of all, I have the awnings out, and just beautiful Girard awnings that are full length. They kind of articulate there in the middle. You know, it's just great to have that shade, to have this area out here. Okay, as we look at this first compartment, what we've got there is our vacuum attachments, and you can see we've got a central vac. You can hook it up inside or outside. And another thing I'll point out is the Rhino line, how they do the inside of their compartments. It's just, you know, they build a quality product, and I like the way they finish it all the way around. Okay, here's some of the things that come with it. Now, that Gen Y hitch I was telling you about, here's your insert for it. 2 5/16 and a 2-inch ball. Got a couple of glad hands here. These are travel bars, and they recommend you put them in, although they seem to come from the factory without having them in. But if you have a slide that's maybe, you know, inching out a little bit as you go down the road, or you're in a really bumpy road, you might want to lock those in there, make sure your slides don't come out. We also have some extra tiles, and you can see how that kind of goes underneath. You've got like a 3/4 pass-through, so for longer items, you've got room to put them there. These compartments are heated, and I didn't point it out on the other side, but you do have heat strips on your holding tanks also. So this coach is really well suited for cold weather. All right, as we come down, here is our 600 Aqua Hot. Now this provides our continuous hot water, our coach heat. Also, you can preheat your engine off your Aqua Hot. That's about as big as you get. So You know, if you got 4 people out with you, you know, riding dirt bikes, you can get back with a 150-gallon water tank. All 4 of you can shower back to back without running out of hot water. Another thing, as long as we're right here under the bunk area, you can tell it's a bunk bed by these 2 windows, the way they stack. And you can see I've got the top one open. Those are nice when it's raining because you can still get airflow. The rain doesn't come in. Nice smoked glass there, frameless windows. Just a really great look. By the way, the solid color is called Polaris here. And they also have a white Tundra, or you can get the custom paint job with it, the 3-paint or 4-paint job. You know, it's just your preference. Obviously, the custom paint job costs a little more, but I like this gray look. There's also an option for a blackout package, which this doesn't have, which would give you your handles, your rims, your mirrors, all in black. That looks pretty sharp when they do it that way. Moving up to this compartment, you can see we've got that air hose I was talking about, and that is sitting on top of a cover. So when you're inside, shut the door, you can actually cover the stepwell with that. And look how this compartment is open all the way through. You've got a lot of storage there. You get longer items in there. It's tall. Just a, you know, really great place to put all your gear. And then we do have the outside entertainment system, Samsung 4K TV with a sound bar, and that will come out and articulate. As we come back to the entrance door, we got a heavy-duty grab handle, keyless entry right here. Let's go ahead and take a look inside, and I'll walk through it so you can see what it's like when it's closed. Okay, again, this is the 45BBC Renegade XL. They all come with an app, and you can see it. It's Vega Touch, and this is the Eclipse for the Firefly. I've already paired mine, so I'm going to go in here in a minute, confirm, and then open my slides from my phone. But before I do that, I just wanted to walk through this and show you how much room you have. A lot of people travel with big dogs, and they've got room to get back here. Maybe the bottom bunk is their bed. You can access your refrigerator, get into your freezer, and all the way back to this first bathroom, which is a full bathroom with a shower. You can see how easily I can get into it. And then when it's time, you know, you can open it from your monitor panel or from your phone. I like this because when you're alone, if you've got something else there that you don't know if it's, you know, too close to get your slide open, you can stand right out there and watch it while you run it out. They've got a hydraulic slide on that front one. You saw how fast that went out. And then let me go ahead and put the bedroom slides out as long as I'm right here. And those are the Schwintek. They take a little bit longer, but they go in and out square. You know, very dependable system. Occasionally you have to align things, but it's not a common issue. So there's our bed, and then let's get our bunk area open. And you can see once we get these opened up how much room we have. While I'm waiting for that, I'll start talking about the kitchen area a little bit. First of all, let's take a look at our storage. Now, what you're seeing up there are your controllers for your awning up on the top of that shelf there. But you've got some nice storage area. All your owner's manuals and so forth are here. More storage over the microwave. They added a nice little travel latch to that microwave this year. And there you've got your convection microwave. Underneath, we have our induction cook surface. Now, this isn't one that lifts out. It's actually recessed in there very nice. And to be honest, I don't think, even if I had one that came out that you could use it outside, I would ever do it. If I'm cooking outside, I'm using charcoal or one of my propane grills or something else. I don't need to take my induction out. But anything that is magnetic, that a magnet will stick to, works on these induction cook surface. And that includes your cast iron. And they give you a couple of really nice wooden cutting boards or covers for that. Over here, we've got our undermount stainless steel sink. And love the accessories, the little rack there for dishes or cleaning vegetables. You've got a screen down here, very deep and easy, you know, to wipe things down into there. All these accessories, actually, I would use. There we go. And then underneath, little area here for scrubbies and, you know, dish soap and so forth. Got some storage down below. You can see the subwoofer. One thing that they did is all of these are soft close now, as well as your storage drawers. You can see these pull out all the way. And like I say, all soft close. One nice thing about your silverware drawer here, it's two level. So you can see how much room you've got there for your utensils. And then under here, we've got a little bit more storage. I didn't point out these dovetails, but take a look how this cabinet's built. Very heavy duty, nice dovetail joints. That's solid. That's not one of them that's going to wiggle apart as you go down the road. And as long as I found my remote here for my MCD shades, I'll go ahead and demonstrate that. You have electric night shades. The day shades are manual. But, you know, at night or when you're getting ready to watch a movie or something, I'm usually doing them all at once, either up and down. But you can scroll through these and open and close them individually. And then, like I say, your day shades are manual. And that's on all of your windows. Okay, let's show you the refrigerator now. Added a couple of nice little safety latches there. So this is your residential refrigerator, 18 or 19 feet, I believe this is. Nice little freezer area for your lower profile items. And then you can see how much room you get here. This does have an ice maker with it. And again, they've got these travel latches. And another thing they've done, look at the front of this. Now, I'm not paired to the internet, but this is one of the smart refrigerators. You can upload your own pictures. Let me see. There, we got a whiteboard if you want to make a shopping list. There's a lot of other things, but like you can see, I'm not paired right now to my Wi-Fi. But when I was in one yesterday, this darn thing told me you can look right through it to see what's inside the refrigerator. And it told me that it was empty and that I had to go order food. Now, AI's going too far when they're telling me what to order and, you know, what's next? Eat at Joe's or vote for Pedro? I mean, they're going too far, but it is a pretty cool feature. Across from the refrigerator, we've got our dinette. Now, first of all, this is a fixed dinette. This isn't one that collapses into a sleeper. And Renegade has the 110 outlets, the USB, the USB throughout. I don't think there's any place you can sit without having a place to charge your phone or plug in, you know, a device. Underneath these, you do get a little bit of storage. More here. Overhead. Nice big open storage compartment. And this color, dang, there's so many of them, sometimes it's hard to remember. The Polaris and the Retreat is the cabinet. So maple, solid maple cabinetry throughout. Get another large storage area. And great looking hidden hinges there. I like the hardware. Again, electric nightshade, manual day shade. And this is a sleeper couch, so I'll go ahead and show that to you. This is Villa furniture, very comfortable. I like the ultra leather, the fabric they use. And then this is actually pretty simple. And there we go. Kind of a double bed, but you know, 2 adults could sleep here if necessary, but kind of a nice, nice little extra sleeping spot. Put it away, it's pretty fast and easy. When you're putting this down in, you want to really get that back tucked in there tight so that sits flat. Okay, another thing that I'll point out, here is one of our Firefly monitor panels. We've got a bigger one back in the bedroom area, but you can control just about everything, and mostly it's going to be your climate that you're going to control. You're really not sitting here and running your slides open, but you could from right here, all of your master lights, everything right here. Over on the other side, you can see we've got more 110 outlets, USBs, USCs. The side windows on the slide outs do open, get you some nice cross breeze blowing through here. Okay, the floor. We do have heated tile floor, which is an option. So you've got 2 different zones with heat strip, electric heat strip in the thin set. So it heats up faster, cools down quicker. In my opinion, it's better than a hydronic system. Let's go ahead and move to the back. As we start to go into the bedroom area, first of all, we do have our washer dryer right here. And that's the Splendide. Across from the washer dryer, we have our pantry area and 4 heavy duty pull-out drawers here. And again, you can see the dovetails. These are so well built, and they pull out all the way. And then below here, we've got our breakers. So, you know, if your air conditioner's not working or something, go check your breakers first. As we move back into the bunk area, right here is the main monitor panel, but it's just a redundant system for what we've got up front, what you can do on your phone. You can control, you know, all your settings, your lights, your climate, your auto gen start, which is a great feature. Your batteries never run too low. You can do all that from right here. While I'm doing this and touching the wall, great padded wall, even, you know, below on the wainscot. That really helps deaden the sound, and it's a great insulator too. Helps keep it cool on those hot days. Okay, here's our bunk beds. Now, each bunk bed, you can look up here and you see you've got your own lights. You got a switch for your nightshade, 110 outlet with your USBs, USCs. Every bunk bed needs a TV. You've got the same thing down below there. And then again, 3 nice full pull-out drawers. A couple more remotes for the bunk TVs. And these are all the soft close feature. Okay, and then across from the bunk bed, we have the first of our 2 full bathrooms. So I'm just gonna open up a little bit of the storage area. Let Jody get in there and look around. But nice tile shower, large enough for most adults, The one in the back bathroom's a little bit bigger. Porcelain macerator toilet. Just a great feature. You don't find many floor plans that have two bunks. A little more storage under there. And again, with the soft closed drawers or cabinet doors. Full length mirror right here beside your bathroom. Of course, my hair is always a mess. As we step back into the bedroom area, you've got a nice privacy door here. But let's be honest, there's no privacy in a motorhome. Just makes them use their imagination for the sounds coming out of that back room. Okay, here we've got our, this is a short or a small king, they call it. It's actually 66 inches wide. Queens are 60, normal kings are 72 to 80, so it's not a full king, but it is an 80-foot length right here. And you can see on the side, you've got, again, your 110 outlets, your USBs and USCs on both sides, and nice big storage up above. You have another 110 outlet up there. From right here on the bed, well, we can control our night shades right here. Our lights, our reading lights, we can turn on and off there or do it by the switch. Everything is right here. You've even got a master light switch. If you get in bed and forgot to turn off the kitchen lights, you can shut them off right there. Okay, underneath, and this is another really good design feature, in my opinion, of the Renegades. You can see we've got two 75-gallon water tanks right here. So 150 gallons. Your water pump is right here. So easy to access. Your bypass kit, if you're going to winterize it yourself, is right here. You can see your main drain over here. That's a like an 1.5 or 2-inch pipe. It's a big one, so it will drain fast, where a lot of main drains are the same size as this, and it might take an hour or more to do it. I know this takes up storage under the bed, but those water tanks have to go somewhere. It would be in an outside compartment, taking up storage there if they weren't under the bed. And the fact that they are under the bed means it's heated. It's the same temperature as the inside. You don't have to worry about putting heat blankets down there or freeze-ups of your water tank. So it actually, you know, makes it more usable longer in the year in colder temperatures. And there was a bar there I could put in to hold that up. Okay, let's take a look over here. And again, there's some nice, great features in this wardrobe area. Number one, you can see it's cedar lined. And then number two, they actually made this pivot so you can access that whole closet, which is open all the way through, even these bottom ones. Again, nothing fancy. I really like the cedar, but I would rather have it open than a shelf here and have drawers or something separate. If I want to stack some shelves, I can do that in here. Having the big, large open storage area is just practical in my point of view. We'll lock those in. And again, soft close there. Underneath here, we've got a little bit more storage, and of course back in this one, this is for video components. Now you do have the satellite on this one, but so many people are using streaming services anymore. Maybe you have a gaming system that you want to put in there. And then underneath that, we have three more pretty deep storage drawers. Go. Okay, again, the padded walls, the padded ceiling. I like the decorator effect that they put up there with your accent lights. And this is 90 inches tall, 7.5 feet tall. That's about as big as you get, folks. When we step back into the bathroom, one other thing I'll point out, unlike the Class A's that have a step up here, this is a flush floor. So you're not tripping going in and out of the bathroom as I would tend to do. And then again, you can take a look at this shower. Beautiful tile work throughout, the nice teak seat here. Great rainbow shower. Plus you have the body showers here, 4 of them, and a separate hand wand. If you're, 6.5, 7 foot tall, you can really get in here and still take a shower. And then, of course, our storage. Got a nice cabinet there. Good storage down below. Another drawer over here. Again, our porcelain toilet with a macerator. So again, having a coach with 2 full bathrooms is really a unique feature, especially considering you got bunk beds, the sleeper up front. You could have 6 people in here. It's nice to be able to shower in a couple of different places. Okay, let's walk up and talk about the cab a little bit before I wrap this up. So as I mentioned, this is the Cascadia 126. There we go. Let's go ahead and get this on. Now, first of all, what you're hearing, that beeping, is my leveler's telling me it might not be up all the way. So you just hit all retract. That shuts that off right away. And when it's done, I'm just going to go ahead and turn the power off on this one. Well, my ignition's still on. Okay, so on the dash here, digital dash up front. I like the fact that these smart wheels, they've kind of set it up so everything on the left is going to control this scene or this screen. My distance for my adaptive cruise control there. Let's see, we can scroll through our different scenes. Depends on, if we want to, let's get into that. There we go, our overspeed at 5 miles an hour, that's our cruise control. Gives us our distance when we're traveling. You got your fuel tanks and your DEF over here. The right side controls this. So if I want to screen through, let me see, get out of the radio. You can see I can pair my phone, go to the radio, Bluetooth in, go back, where are we? Get into our settings, so our driving assist, system setting, connectivity, plenty of apps on this. One thing that I do like is it also gives you most of it down here in a touch panel. Sometimes this is a little bit easier for me. And while we're looking here, on the dash, this is our curb brake controller that's integrated into the coach. We do have some test lights, our regen for our combustion chamber. That's what your DEF is related to. You really never have to worry about that. Light for the footwell. See, we've got some utility lights, auto traction control. You can shut that off if you don't want it spinning. Also, our lane departure warning. This is a nice one because I just shut that off. I don't need to know every time I cross a line a little bit. If it goes into a DEF mode, if there's going to be an engine shutdown, you've got an override, that's something that the RVers don't have to worry about. These Cascadia chassis are used on the over-the-road truckers. They might run for days or weeks at a time, even longer, without being shut off. And, you have to regen your combustion chamber, so it's more related to the truckers. This is something you really don't have to worry about. Then you can see here, we can lock our axle. So, it acts as a tag axle till you engage it. We also have a differential lock. And then we've got a suspension jump right here. Okay, here you can see we've got the Garmin, and this actually would pull off. You've got your different screens you can scroll through, different apps, Bluetooth in your phone here. You can do that all right here. And then up above, you do have a permanently dedicated backup monitor. You can see, you know, we're looking up front. This is actually, let's see. Well, I'm not going to. I didn't take the time to figure this one out, but we can watch all the cameras all the way around on a couple of these different monitors. This is an air ride seat, which makes it for a very comfortable ride. Like I say, with a 12-speed transmission, you take off, you're going to be in second gear, and before you're at 5 or 8 miles an hour, you're up to 5th or 6th gear already. It shifts through those lower gears really fast, so you really can't back off on the gas if you think you're giving it too much, because it kind of lurches you. But again, that's designed to put that 30 or 40,000 pound trailer behind you, step on the gas, and let those low gears do their job. You can get this with the Allison 6-speed too, like I mentioned. Some nice storage up here. You are actually set up for a CB radio, kind of pre-wired for it. We do have some more storage up here. Can turn our cab lights on and off. You can see over here we've got our Wi-Fi Ranger set up on this side. And then over here, again, we've got a cabinet for maybe our electronics, or, you know, if you want to bring in your DVD or something like that, you can hook it all in here. This is for your satellite, also our over-the-air TV antenna. We have privacy shades that come around, and back in the storage compartment, I didn't point them out, but this also has window shades. You can see there's some Velcro tabs here, so you can actually close these 3 windows off, you know, a little bit tighter than just pulling this privacy curtain. So once again, my name is Mark Love. I think they're showing my information at the bottom. If you have questions on this one or any of our units, please reach out to me. You can email me at mlove@transwest.com, or text or call me at 970-631-0083. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help. And like always, my friends, happy trails out there. Drive safe. We'll see you next week.